Part 1, Short Answers. 1. Purpose of international and regional organizations. The main purpose of international and regional organizations is socio-economic development. This means improving the economy, trade, and overall welfare of the member states. 2. Civil unions. Two examples of civil unions are 1. Commonwealth, a group of countries that were once part of the British Empire and worked together for cooperation and development. 2. European Union, EU, a group of European countries working together for economic and political integration. Sheth 3. Formation of the European Union. The EU was formed on March 25, 1957, with the signing of the Treaty of Rome. 4. Non-aligned conference in Bandung. The non-aligned movement held its first conference in Bandung City, Indonesia, on April 18, 1955. It focused on staying neutral during the Cold War. H5. Formation of ASEAN. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations was formed in 1967 to promote economic and political cooperation in Southeast Asia. H6. Founding members of ASEAN. ASEAN had 5 founding members. 1. Indonesia, 2. Malaysia, 3. Philippines, 4. Singapore, 5. Thailand. 7. Current members of ASEAN. ASEAN now has 10 member states, including the original 5, plus Brunei, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia. 8. Headquarters of ASEAN. The headquarters of ASEAN is in Jakarta, Indonesia, not Singapore. 9. Formation of OIC. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC, was formed in May 1971 to promote cooperation among Muslim-majority countries. 10. Member states of OIC. The OIC has 57 member states, making it the second largest intergovernmental organization after the UN. Let me know if you'd like to continue with Part 2. Tenor Part 2, Short Answers. Formation of SAARC, the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, was formed in 1985 to promote regional development and cooperation among South Asian countries. 12. Member states of SARC. SAARC has 8 member states. 1. Afghanistan, 2. Bangladesh, 3. Bhutan, India, Maldives, 6. Nepal, 7. Pakistan, 8. Sri Lanka. 13. Formation of NATO. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, was established on April 4, 1949, as a military alliance for collective defense. 14. Headquarters of NATO. NATO's headquarters is located in Brussels, Belgium. 15. Member states of NATO. NATO currently has 31 member states, though the prompt mentions 27, reflecting its earlier size. 16. Formation of the Warsaw Pact. The Warsaw Pact, the Soviet Union's response to NATO, was established on May 14, 1955, as a military alliance of Eastern Bloc countries. 17. Headquarters of the Warsaw Treaty Organization. The headquarters of the Warsaw Pact was in Moscow, Soviet Union, now Russia. Let me know if you'd like to continue with Part 3. Part 3, Short Questions. NAS 2. What does the European Economic Community, EEC, mean? The European Economic Community, EEC, was an organization established to create economic integration among its member states, primarily to promote free trade and a common market. 3. What are the 4 basic categories of EEC? The EEC is based on these 4 fundamental principles. 1. Free movement of goods. 2. Free movement of services. 3. Free movement of capital. 4. Free movement of people. 4. Mention 2 results of the formation of the European Economic Community. 1. Increased trade and economic cooperation among member states. 2. A step toward the formation of the European Union EU. 5. What are the states known as Colombo Powers? The Colombo Powers were the 5 states, India, Pakistan, Ceylon, Sri Lanka, Burma, Myanmar, and Indonesia, that met in 1954 to discuss regional issues and laid the groundwork for the non-aligned movement. 6. Name the prominent leaders who attended the non-aligned conference held in Bandung. Prominent leaders at the 1955 Bandung Conference included Jawaharlal Nehru, India; Sukarno, Indonesia; Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egypt; Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana; Tito, Yugoslavia. 7. What is ASEAN? The Association of Southeast Asian Nations. ASEAN is a regional organization formed in 1967 to promote political, economic, and cultural cooperation among Southeast Asian countries. 8. Mention the organizational structure of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC. The OIC has the following organizational structure. 1. Islamic Summit, meeting of heads of state. 2. Council of Foreign Ministers, annual meetings to discuss policies. 3. General Secretariat, the executive body of the OIC. Ready to move on to Part 4? Part 4, Essay Questions. 13. Describe the process of developing international cooperation. International cooperation develops through the following stages. 1. Dialogue and agreements. Nations discuss mutual concerns and sign agreements, like trade deals, climate pacts, or defense alliances. 2. Formation of organizations. Groups like the United Nations, UN, or ASEAN are created to maintain peace, foster economic growth, or address global challenges. 3. Joint initiatives. Nations collaborate on projects like infrastructure development, technology sharing, or disaster relief efforts. 4. Conflict resolution. Through mediation or arbitration by international organizations, disputes are resolved. Examples include the establishment of the UN after World War II to promote global peace and the European Union for economic integration. 14. Mention the areas of international cooperation and give details of any organization. Areas of cooperation. 1. Economic cooperation. Example, World Trade Organization, WTO. 2. Political cooperation. Example, United Nations Security Council. 3. Cultural exchange. Example, UNESCO promotes cultural heritage. 4. Environmental action. Example, Paris Climate Agreement. Example, United Nations Development Program, UNDP. Established in 1965, the UNDP works to reduce poverty, improve health, and promote sustainable development worldwide. 15. What does international cooperation mean? Discuss the importance of the Commonwealth in international cooperation. International cooperation. This refers to nations working together to solve shared problems like poverty, climate change, or conflict. Importance of the Commonwealth. A group of 56 countries, many former British colonies, fostering democracy, human rights, and economic development, promotes trade and cultural exchange between members, provides platforms like the Commonwealth Games for cultural and social interaction. 16. Describe the British Commonwealth. The British Commonwealth, now called the Commonwealth of Nations, was formed to maintain a connection between Britain and its former colonies. Established in 1931 under the Statute of Westminster. Headquartered in Marlborough House, London, promotes cooperation on issues like trade, education, and sustainable development. Harsh Ahar 17. Discuss the European Union. The European Union (EU) is a political and economic union of 27 European nations, established by the Treaty of Rome, 1957, headquarters in Brussels, Belgium. Goals: to create a single market for goods, services, capital, and people, promote peace and stability in Europe. Achievements: the introduction of the euro as a common currency, elimination of trade barriers among member states. 18. What is the European Common Market? Describe the method of its formation. The European Common Market is a single market established to ensure the free movement of goods, services, capital, and labor within Europe. Formation: formed under the Treaty of Rome, 1957, by 6 countries: Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, transitioned into the European Union with greater economic and political integration. 19. What is the Non-Aligned Movement, NAM? Assess its role in the Third World. The Non-Aligned Movement, NAM, is a group of 120 countries that sought to stay neutral during the Cold War. Established at the Bandung Conference, 1955, role in the Third World, provided a platform for developing nations to voice their concerns, opposed colonialism, and promoted economic independence. However, NAM faced challenges due to differing member priorities. 20. What are the objectives of the Non-Aligned Movement? Discuss its history. Objectives: 1. Avoid involvement in military blocs, e.g., NATO or Warsaw Pact. 2. Promote peace, economic equality, and cultural cooperation. History: inspired by leaders like Nehru, Tito, and Nasser. Emerged as a response to the Cold War rivalry between the US and USSR, played a significant role in global diplomacy during the 20th century. 21. Discuss ASEAN, an organization of Southeast Asian countries. ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, is a regional bloc formed in 1967. Members, initially 5, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, now has 10. Objectives: 1. Promote regional peace and stability. 2. Enhance economic growth and cultural exchange. Achievements: creation of the ASEAN Free Trade Area, AFTA, regional efforts to address climate change and trade disputes. 22. Give details of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. OIC. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation is a group of 57 member countries, established in 1969. Headquarters, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Objectives: 1. Promote solidarity among Islamic nations. 2. Support Palestinian independence. 3. Foster economic and cultural cooperation. Achievements: advocacy for Muslim communities worldwide, collaborative efforts in education, science, and health sectors. Let me know if you'd like further clarifications.